All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the May 2023 review video. This is where I review how the month of May of 2023 in this case went. I had some monthly goals that I had established and what I wanted to do. By the end of the month, I assess myself on how I did on those goals. Also, I just track the progress of how things have kind of moved in the month, anything noteworthy that happened, and we also then we analyze, we reflect on it, see what we could have done differently, and then we also will go over the plan for the next month. So yeah, basically we'll have to go through both of these things. And start things off, this month has been not the best. Um, which I still remember how I was feeling. Um, at the end of April, or rather when I was beginning the month of May, and thinking that I was very motivated. I was very like I'm going to do very well in so many areas. I felt positive. I felt really good energy going forward. I wanted to start it off with a strong week, and then it kept time went by so fast. We were at the halfway point, and I was like, okay, let's finish halfway strong. Let's finish the last week strong. All of these things, and here we are now on June 5th or 6th because it just became midnight right now. Already I have a very late upload to this video. I would have liked to have uploaded, on June 1st or May 31st, where I could have done the proper assessment, but things have not been good, especially towards the end of the month. So, but that's what this channel is all about. This is about me being completely real, unfiltered, and honest about my journey towards self-improvement in different areas of my life and what I want to be doing. And this is where I talk about that. So, um, this is essentially the goals that we had for this month. We said the number one priority was get sleep sorted out with more stars than before. Number one priority, go to sleep between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. every night. We have failed terribly at this goal. We've had, and it's a shame because right at the very end, it got even worse. It wasn't even like we were at kind of like a middle portion. To say, I mean, like realistically, we ended up going to sleep a lot of the times at like 5:30 a.m. or 6 a.m., which is not too late. But then suddenly, like right now, I started my vacation, a week ago, and I was just going all over the place. Like I was just my sleep at times where I had a day where I was trying to stay up 24 hours plus, but then I slept. I woke up at like 8 p.m., 7 p.m. I started having really weird things. And and it's a shame to me because I've talked about sleep. This is the one thing that, when I started this channel, you could go back to the main video on my homepage where I really make sleep like the number one priority alongside with always uploading videos. At least I've always been uploading videos, but the sleep has always been present and I've never been able to get it where I wanted to. And then finally, like these last 2 months, I started saying, number one priority, let's get this down. Now I started talking about like I fleshed it out a little bit more what I wanted to do. I talked about steady progresses. I talked about things I wanted to do, and it's just not something that I've been successful at doing, and I'm admitting to it. Um, now, I think I'm going to talk about. I think let me talk about why this happened, or rather, you know what? Truth is, I don't really know why. I don't know why. I talked with one of my close friends just recently, and it's like, I don't want it enough. I feel like in the last few days or so, I started talking about how I think the reason why this happens is it's multiple reasons. One of them that I think it is that I've just always been used to staying up later and later throughout my entire life, so that's a habit that's just been built into my brain that just, it's kind of it's this resistance that I have. The other one is I believe that I just have this feeling like I want to end my night before bed playing video games or watching something or chilling out. I don't like the idea for some reason. I'm not saying it's right, but for some reason of, um, you know, going to sleep, um, after I did something. Like let's say I finished even a stream. Like that's the weirdest part. Like a Twitch stream, a lot of the time it's something that I do for fun, but I just want this kind of me time to myself where I get to watch a show and eat something or whatever. And I talked about it that the only solutions we have to this are my streams have to end earlier than I originally have them, which allows for me to plan for this time. I have to schedule this time because it's going to happen no matter what. So why not plan for it ahead of time if that means getting my streams cut shorter than I would like? The problem with that is I don't like having my streams cut short. So I've got these two things that I can't quite balance. The other one is phone stuff. So for me, one thing that has been working, I have fortunately for phone discipline, I'm going to put this at a neutral, maybe mild failure because I have been able to have my phone away from my computer. I have made that change like when I go to sleep. I am now not really having an issue with the sleep part of having my phone next to me. I am still having a problem in the morning, however. Even though I have my phone away from my desk, I end up just walking, grabbing it, bringing it over, and then just randomly scrolling, which I despise doing. So we improved before bed, but we haven't done anything towards the waking up side of things. I kind of skipped to that. No pornography speaks for itself. Zero. Failed terribly. This one was something that I feel like have this goal that I have where I just do not want to watch any pornography at all. Uh, thinking about things in my head is fine, but no screens because I'm trying to disassociate my mind from that kind of thing. And, we really, I think there were some points earlier in the month where we were doing okay, but my goodness, it was like a const, like in the after the first half, we were just unable to. It was lucky if I got 1 or 2 days of no pornography. It got to the point where I actually started to just like every day has been something. It's like, and I stopped valuing it. Get out of your comfort zone and talk to women, notice opportunities. I'm going to say mildly successful because I was able to actually make a decision to approach a woman at a rock climbing willfully, consciously, and at least tried something. Could I have done more? Yes, but I'm happy that I at least put it in my mind that that's what I'm trying to do, and I think that that is somewhat of a success that I can, look at. And I hope from here that that can grow into more attempts like that, more times where I will just start a conversation with someone that I find potentially cute or something and seeing if anything could happen and still trying to do things because I believe that as long as I just keep on trying with this, no matter what the result, there's no real negatives to really trying it. I have to get past that barrier, but as long as I do something, even if I make a fool out of myself at times, it's better than nothing. I'm 28 and I've been just having this terrible anxiety up until this age because of this, and it's time to stop that. Do good at work. I'm going to put mildly successful because I did improve, but not to the degree that I would have liked. I did take my job very seriously though, and I did noticeably improve since April. Maintain rock climbing at least 3 times a week and gradually incorporate more exercise between rock climbing days. Still give myself weight off. I'm also going to say mildly successful because I have been very consistent with going to rock climbing 3 days a week. However, the side of exercises while I'm not working out have not quite been, yeah, they haven't gradually improved. I had a little bit here and there, but near the end of the second half of May, it kind of slowed down. Set up rock climbing hole. I mean, just failed. There's nothing to say. I didn't really do it. I did finally start checking for where the beams or whatever it is, like a tool where you can kind of look at it. But I need to just set a day where I plan, okay, we're going to get this done. And that day could be tomorrow, in a way. And accomplishments, therapist interview. So this was a very good video. It's been my video that's done the most, views on YouTube, and I'm happy that, it's got my most likes, most views, and I take it that at least one person probably found some gain in that interview. It was fun for me, and it's something that I can totally see myself doing again in the future with my therapist, or who knows, maybe someone else. I really enjoyed that podcast-ish interview style that I had. I had a very good time with it. It came very naturally to me. It didn't feel like a hassle. It excited me to do it. It didn't feel like it was really something that had effort, and I really enjoyed it. So happy at least that I did that. Okay, now I'm going to go over this thing. So this is my goal viewer. Basically, I have the top half over here is kind of things that I work on um, gradually. It's a combination of what in my capability as of my present moment, how good am I at doing it, while also measuring, the feats. For example, for fitness, it's a combination of am I doing everything I can in the week, but also how much am I improving, for instance, with weight? Like, am I able to bench press more? I don't bench press right now, but hypothetically, that would be an example. And so that's just example of fitness, but this applies to everything else. Hobbies other than rock climbing, we haven't really touched anything. And then these are my short-term goals and then my longer-term goals. So now let's do the skip right here. Let's just do that color change. So the colors overall, so romantic got better, which I'm happy about. Friends got better, which is very accurate. Friends did get better. I started setting up friends during my vacation. Sleep got worse. Nutrition got worse. YouTube got better. Twitch got worse. And that's essentially kind of where it is. So that's, and cleaning noticeably got better because I cleaned like a bunch of things that day. But yeah, so this is, you know, when I'm looking at it in the big picture here, fairly neutral. Some things got better, some things got worse. It kind of seems to have balanced itself out in that sense. But to me, the point was that I really wanted this month to be a very positive growth one. I wanted a lot of positive change. I'd like to at least see overall that I'm a lot in the green, but and especially with what's been going on lately, I start having some doubts about some things. I feel like I am, I have developed somewhat of a stability with what I want to do in a day. Now that I'm on vacation, it's a little bit different, but I'm not happy with not being able to. I wish I did more things overall. I feel like it's in me to do more things, and I'm having these weird moments of not having motivation to do or energy to do things. I had a weird day yesterday that involved that. Now that's part of June, and June, honestly, like this is the end of May, but realistically, these last 5 days have not been the best. Um, and that's not taking into account the goal viewer side of things because I'm doing it month to month. So the first day of June for the next, review, the first days were really bad, and I'm really hoping to get out of this. It is a unique month because I have, a significant vacation here until June 15th. So we got another, what, 10 days. And we'll see how it goes and what we can do. So with that said, we are now going to begin our June 2023 goals. This is what I like to do. I like to set them out right here and then. That's why this is my time. If if you're watching this, I'd encourage it the same to you. I'm starting this on June 6th, so obviously it's not quite the beginning of June, but if you're watching this wherever you are, you could feel free to set up your own goals, or if you want next month's goals, or just something to do here, because I feel like it's so beneficial so that it gives you some direction. You can do it with me. You can open up your notepad. You can do whatever you want. Um, I'm not going to do the stars anymore, but I have to add the sleep again in an order of priority. It's going to be very similar to the other one. So what are we going to do? Get sleep right. Sleep, and we're going to define it a little bit more here. Sleep anytime earlier than 4 a.m. 4 a.m. That's it. No more 5 a.m., just 4 a.m. Sleep anytime earlier than 4 a.m. and wake up no later than 12 p.m. This to me is a clear goal that makes sense. No pornography of any kind, even randomly, I don't know, nothing of any kind. No pictures, no subtle pictures, no nothing. And I mean it, and that's it, and I know that it's good for me if I do this. What else did we have? We've been doing good with rock climbing, so I'm not concerned. I don't feel like I need to add that. It's become a habit now. Phone discipline. Let's say no time on phone when you wake up or go to bed. And this I need to get it out of my head, because in my mind sometimes I'll be like, oh, I'll just go on my phone for maybe 5-10 minutes, but that never happens. So it's just going to be firmly no. There's no part of that. Even 5 or 10 minutes is not acceptable. I almost was about to say up to 15 minutes is okay. No, I'm not doing that. If I'm tired, I need to go shower. Go on a solo road trip. This is something that I'm going to try to do this coming week. I'm thinking for about 3 days of me just finding a place to go, enjoy some scenery, go to hotel, explore by myself, try what I can do, kind of like a self-discovering journey of just me. And preferably like no technology or video games or anything. I just want it to just be me. Set up rock climbing hold. This is kind of like it's kind of like a hanging bar that I know where I want to place. I can actually show this. It's right over up there above that door frame. That's kind of where I would like it to be and what I would be uh, happy with. And it's just something that I can do if for some reason I wasn't able to go rock climbing one day. I can work on, some finger strength, because it really helps towards that rock climbing stuff. Um, make conscious effort make conscious effort in approaching effort uh, in the direction make conscious effort in romantic advancement. What I mean by this is, finding a girl who's cute and just saying hi, that counts. But also, let's say it's someone that I know already. There's someone at the rock climbing gym that I have a correspondence with. Well, let's not just make it just knowing them. Let's see if anything could happen or see if it could go anywhere. Just make some effort in this. Make conscious effort. So I want to think about it. I want to be thinking about it. Let me just set this here. Accomplishments. What else do we have? Anything work related? Yeah, for work, I'm going to say uh, good work performance is what I'm going to say here. Okay. And lastly, I am going to put what else? Let me just quickly see what I had here. Okay, no, I mean that's pretty much it's pretty much identical other than the road trip part. Um, we fleshed out a little bit more. Oh, something else I actually wanted to do is Twitch touch up, and I'm also going to add another one, YouTube thumbnails. I know exactly what I want to do for them. Well, not exactly, but I have a general idea and I can start anytime. And I would like to start doing that at this month, where every video onward is always going to have a thumbnail that's just going to basically say like the day that it is in the thumbnail. It's just going to look a little bit nicer and get that up. So Twitch touch up, this just means kind of making my Twitch a little bit more, doing some work with my Discord, changing, working on my emotes or notifications or anything like that. So this essentially is, I feel good about these and I feel like I am capable. You know, again, I look at this and it doesn't seem like something that's this massive mountain for me to climb. I really believe that if I can just nail this sleep, if I can get this thing, everything else ends up falling into line. And that's what I want to say. I want to just, you know what? I'm going to just talk so much about sleep now because I used to say I'll always mention it. But now I'm thinking every single video, I'm going to immediately say sleep check. This is how we are doing on the sleep. Like that at this point, that's what needs to happen. And that's what I'm going to be doing. So to me, this gives me a good idea of everything that I want to achieve in this month. It feels all doable, it feels all possible, and I'll be very happy if we can just get this. And I do believe in gradual improvement in these areas. Gradually working on my sleep, getting earlier and earlier, gradually working on phone time, like as long as I see some improvement in that time, um, gradual work performance. If I initially I get back to work on, June 16th and I don't do that well, that's fine. But if I see that improvement gradually towards the end of the month, that counts. Same thing with my Twitch. I mean, YouTube thumbnails speaks for itself, but that's what I want. And as much as we haven't been doing the best these last 2 months, I guess. I mean, April actually was a good month, but as much as we didn't do good this last month, I I feel good. I feel like I can do this. And it's interesting. I actually find it quite interesting that doing this has given me more motivation or hope towards doing it. It's interesting. And I think maybe it's because, you know, stress in particular I heard about it is that it's when you're in a situation that you don't like and you feel like there's nothing that you can do to change it. But when you feel like you have the ability to change it, that's when there's hope and that's when you will feel better and you won't have that stress. So I feel like that's essentially what this does. It outlines a plan. I see, hey, it's actually not that hard. Let's just focus on this. We're talking about it. We understand what's capable. We're coming up with some solutions towards these things. That's what this is about. So hopefully you guys resonate with some of what I said. Again, I encourage you to set up your own monthly goals. If not monthly, set a weekly or yearly, whatever works for you, but having some sort of purpose that you then reflect on when it's over or during at any point is good, because the more you're actively thinking about this, the more you're away from your autopilot of you doing the things that your body's been naturally conditioned to do for years. If you want to change things, you need to take an active approach at addressing what you want changed and constantly reflecting on it. And, I've been clearly really failing with my sleep, and I really want this channel, and I've said this before many times, to be a beacon of hope to other people. That's something that I'm struggling with is for months, and I say that I'm not, and I'm not able to get it, like the sleep in particular. When I am able to get it down, that you all know that this is possible. So to do in whatever other thing that you've been struggling with, it is possible, because now it's kind of looking a little hopeless, right? It's like, well, hold on, like what's going on with the sleep? It's not working. One other solution actually that I'm planning on having with a close friend of mine is we're going to kind of be checking in. He just came up with this idea. I was feeling kind of low motivation when I was speaking with him, but he came up with this idea of us, hey, let's both tell each other some goals that we have for the day or the week or whatever, and we're going to check in with each other and say, did we do them or not? And, you know, assess. And that way, there's this kind of sense of friendly competition of like us both doing what we wanted to do and take it from there. So, anyways, I'll leave it with that. I feel good about everything again going forward. This video actually it lifted my mood, feeling like I have more control over my life. Seeing my path kind of recreated, it was more blurry and now it's more fixed and focused. And uh, yeah, we're going to take it from there. So I appreciate you for watching. If you're only watching these videos from the monthly series, I think it's an interesting way to quickly kind of see how things have changed over time. But yeah, I will see you in the June 2023 review when it comes up. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you then.